How's it going, everybody? This is the Erroneous One here from the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Edition 13 event. Breakdown, kind of, sort of. If you guys did miss my stream, I did stream yesterday. I completed the entire event yesterday on stream. And I used two different setups to beat it. One of them is a total broken setup that I beat him within 2 turns, which I will show you guys at the end, or after I did this one. The other one was this setup right here. This is a little tricky. It's a little tricky. It does require the 3 turns to go off, but mainly because it uses Scrooge. And I use Scrooge here because Scrooge increases the counters by 5. That's actually pretty important that he increases the counters by 5, and he gives you your buffs. He gives you your max strength PSM, max defense down and PSM defense down, and it adds 2 upright as well on top of that. So he ended up working out really, really well, obviously, for this case, mainly because of the gauges. Kyrie EX and Shion EX didn't cut it because they don't have enough counter additions in there, so it's only a +1. So that didn't really help out, unfortunately, in this regard. I mean, it's a close call, but the problem with Scrooge is, number one, he was limited time. He was for the DuckTales event, which was the one before the current Toy Story collaboration. He was very, very hard to pull in the first place. He was not merciable. And not a lot of players have him. So I do understand that. Don't get me wrong, before I get jumped, everybody jumps on my throat saying, well, you use Scrooge, nobody has that, you know, so on and forth. I got that. I understand. I know. It is what it is in this case right now, unfortunately. I'm going to be working on setups also that revolve around not using him. It's going to be setups that are going to revolve around using probably Kyrie EX, not Plus, but just Kyrie EX, and some other gauge adding metal yet. I'm not sure which ones just yet. I have some ideas, but I'm working on those. But with that setup, I'm also not going to be using Warrior of Light at 7-star, or Lexius Plus at 7-star, or Saix Plus at 7-star. I'm not going to be using them. I might use 6-star versions of them because people have those. That's about it. The only 7 stars I'm going to use are going to be the Prime medals. Basically, these 2 right here in particular. Woody, Buzz, Woody, Buzz, maybe Woody, Buzz, probably not Buzz, but probably Woody, Keyart, 17 Prime, and of course, Axel Prime. Because more people have those, more people have access to those, especially the Toy Story ones, and so we'll be using those as our 7 stars. Everything else won't be. So, this up here, what I'm using right now, does indeed use these things. My Warrior of Light here, it is a 7-star. I do know that one, but I did test it out beforehand, which I didn't get on video for, unfortunately, but it did work as a 6-star version. It was closer. It was a lot closer, a little more RNG oriented, but it did work. So, he has ground and air on him as well too, so he's good. I'll be copying him with my any form, which has ground and 2 raids on it, but only AB4 max Lux. Prime Axel, of course, has ground, aerial, and strength as his main traits. Keyart only has strength plus and aerial on him, so he's not too crazy, but workable. I'm using it for the AoE or the soldiers. Of course, my Keyart Beginnings, just strength and poison, nothing crazy. And then my Scrooge has nothing on him at all. He's a blank slate. We're going to end there, and we're going to borrow our ally Gabriel's Keyart 17 Prime. Again, we're not using any additional Lexius Pluses or any of the Warrior Lights, just Keyart Prime right here. He does have an 85 max Lux Plus, but he does have ground on him, so that's why we're using this guy to work out. So I'll go in there and show you what this one does. And I'll also come back, maybe tonight, probably tomorrow, though, with a better idea, with hopefully a better setup idea that's not using Warrior of Light at all on my end, except as a shared medal. And we'll go from there. But here we go. So, again, the +5, the counter management is really important because Lexius has very low counters in the setup, as it stands. So you need to really, really be able to manage those properly. And particularly the blue counters are what really hurt you, so you gotta be really careful with that. But once you start getting into the Warrior Light setup right here and everything, they add +3 counters on top of that. You're fine. You actually start adding more counters and you're losing, so it works out. So here's our first rotation. He is going to, or actually all of them are going to pound me into the ground right now, which is cool. still an awesome animation. I still love the animation. Software that is ready to install. Okay, here we go. Scrooge goes off, and then Prime to help out with the AoE aspect of it. Yep. And then again, Warrior Light goes off again. Dealing some pretty good damage, obviously because it is a 7-star, so that would make sense, yes. And we have all the soldiers down to about under 1200, so you're pretty good for that one. There you go, I was going to say, second chance almost going to go off. Basically, if you can get him below 6000 HP with that one, I think it is, you're fine for that setup. He'll actually die before, there you go. And that should do it. There it is. So that's the setup here. This is a 3-turn setup. It worked fine. Again, the biggest issue on here, you don't even need that 7-star Warrior of Light there. You can avoid that one. Just use a 6-star version, and it will work. The biggest issue that people are going to have with this setup, I think, is going to be, of course, the Scrooge. You need to have counters available for that. So that's tricky. You need to have, again, some good plus counters at the start of the Keyblade in order to do this. That's the downside. So we'll work on that one. And it's for giggles because I did have requests for this earlier for people who missed it or didn't see the stream. I had somebody ask me what was my most OP setup for this event. So we'll go ahead and we'll show that one off too as well real quick. I am going to... that was a raid setup, I believe. Yeah, it's a raid setup. What are you? You are also a raid setup for upright only instead of reverse. Ah, screw it. We'll do this one too as well then. Oops, no, wrong one. Swap medals. Okay, so trying to remember what I used over there at the end. I know I didn't use my Warrior Light. This one didn't have Warrior Light in it at all. Trying to remember. Okay, well, it's fine. Okay, so we did use, of course, our Kex right here. Oops, no. Not in this, not in the pet slot. There you go. Put her right there. And then I used, of course, my Shion EX Plus right here for the reverse buffs, because this was a mainly reverse setup here. Everything else here was kept the same, keeping him there because of the ground. And then I ran in there with my 7-star Laxius, which is ground strength EA at 7 stars. It is amazing. I already love it. Wait, put you over here and exit out that way. So now we're gonna go back. So again, this is my most OP setup that was requested. So I will show this off real quick. And again, we'll keep the share. That's why it's fine. That's again, obviously having both Kairi and Shion Kai's works great because you get max upright and reverse buffs and debuffs. So, I mean, I can't really say anything more than that. There she goes. And since he deals 6 hits, there's 1 counter left on Saix, which is why this works. And in comes Laxius to add on counters on them, the +3 counters. Actually, more than that, because he is, again, he is copied. And then you're set for counters, regardless. You're done. Counters be good, yo. So there was that hit. And then the pet brings you back. And here comes Kairi and Shion once again adding more counters and give me those precious buffs and debuffs. It also helps that you are lowering the enemy's PSM strength as well. So that's 8.2 million per hit. Ooh, wait, did I mess up somewhere? I think I messed up somewhere on this one. Hang on, let me go fix it real quick. I know that didn't work last time. What did I do last time? I might have switched my Laxius and my... I think I switched my Laxius and my Axle around. I'm almost positive that's what I did. Hang on, I'm trying to think what step I use here now. Pretty sure that's what I did. Hang on, thinking. Deep, deep thoughts real quick. What was that? I didn't think his counter should have gone off like that. Oh, now I remember. That's right. Okay, my bad, my bad. I didn't have Axel in there at all. That's right. You were not there. You were here. So he's right there. Granted, it's not going to give him his max multiplier, unfortunately, but it's okay. He's right there in slot 4. And then I did use my warrior flight over here on the pet slot. That's what I did. Okay, let's go one more time. Try this again real quick. That's what I did. Because of the counter issue. Bear with me, guys. It's been a long day at work, so I'm not quite up to par for what I was doing yesterday. Okay, so let's go do this again real quick. Now counters won't be a problem at all. This will be a much more viable setup. He's doing amazing damage, and we're just keep adding more and more counters onto him, which we definitely love. Saix needs all the counters. He needs mucho counters. And then we're keeping our allies shared there just for the AoE damage. There we go. And here we are back again. Round 2 once again. So Laxi here is pretty much the I win button for this entire setup. And watch this damage is amazing. 65 million damage in that one hit, and then plus this one, it's gonna be 26. So he's dealing over 80 million damage altogether with the EA on this one. On the pet slot, he was dealing even more damage. Like it was just ridiculous. And yeah, like Saix is taken out first, and then now here comes my shared key art. Take him out. So that was a two-turn option to defeat this particular challenge. And there we go. Like I said, I'm going to need to do some more research. I need to find some medals that give you more gauge increase than just the one there, basically, to add in quicker. It's like if we had some good, I don't know, do we have any good upright magic ones that, upright magic ones that, that do that? Let's see. I can't find. I need something else that will increase counters. There's not really anything showing like counter increasing, unfortunately. The skills, traits, something else. Heal, special power up. Special? No. Yeah, guess not. I don't know, listen, we'll go through there and I'll figure it out. You need to find medals that are going to increase counters, and you can utilize your Kyrie or your Shion excuse me, EX. Not the plus versions here, but this the EX ones. If you have a Scrooge, then instead I showed, you'll be able to do these with no problems. If you don't, well, that's of course where the problems arise, and you kind of need to factor that in a little bit. But like I said, I'll go through and I'll try to find some more other setups here. I'm going to do my best to find a setup that is going to not use Warrior of Light, or use Laxius or Saix. For now, I don't want to use those guys. I want to do this one without using those as best as possible. And then of course the counters with Kyrie X and then a counter increasing medal by itself. One thing to note is that the new Coco medal that JP got for VIP is amazing, and it will work really well for this challenge because it does increase the counter by 6. You could easily use that one to increase the counters by 6, and if you roll a double cast on it, you'd be even better because you get 12 counters increased on them, which would also make this easy. But I don't think that Global is going to get that just yet. I'd be surprised if he did, because that was a VIP thing for JP, and this coming Monday, tomorrow, or tonight really, tomorrow we should be getting the second stage of the Invisible VIP. So I don't think Coco will be in Coco and Hector as a medals. Miguel and Miguel and Hector the dog. They are not in play just yet, unfortunately. So probably not going to be in time for this event either. Because it has what? What does this event have? Um, 8 days. So yeah, it ends in about a week. So actually, you know what? We would actually have it if the Miguel and Hector medal comes out on the 23rd, which is going to be the following week. You would have literally 1 day to get VIP for that medal and use that one, and that could actually work out. That could actually work out. That'd be very curious. I guess I'll have to wait and see. But these are some sub ideas. My initial one there was a little more easy, minus the Scrooge, of course. Sorry about that. But it's only +5 when I saw real quick. You can also use Sora and Kyrie in a manner of speaking too. Maybe not as a damage dealer, unfortunately, but you can get them pumped up there too. It'd be really hard to find a slot for it near the start of the keyboard, which is where you need it at, mostly. Where... Some stars. There we go. This one, when you're left with the ball, but it's AoE and it resets the countdown, and it fills 3 gauges. Basically, it'll put his countdown at the beginning of where it was. So he'd be a really good thing to put in a spot. Maybe even in like a different keyblade setup. You guys can always use like a. I guess like a Kex Plus, and then like a Dartnaw setup. You guys can do a Dartnaw setup, or potentially. Oops, nope. That's I don't know what that is. Huh. Let's see. Trying to think how I actually want to present this one, because placement for him would be very important. Since he resets counters. Brushing it by 3, more damage, just 1 enemy left. Resets counters. I mean, so obviously, maybe you might want to put him here just to deal more damage, but then again, you could put something else there. Hard choice. Maybe a Fender setup instead, actually. So let me put that there. Actually, with a Fair Start, I don't think you even need that, honestly, with the Fender setup. His Buzz deals 4 hits, and that's 4 hits right there. Okay, so if you were to actually remove this right here, throw this here, the Buzz doesn't deal 4 hits, upright strength by 3 apiece, by 4. Left, yeah, does more damage that way. So he won't do full damage, unfortunately, by a little bit. You have to knock out those enemies first, but that's kind of the same thing as what's happening with the key art. That's the same thing there. Warrior of Light would... I'd probably put Warrior Light there. Key art there. Go over here to reverse. Grab the Shion, put her there. Put Laxius there. And then go and grab... One other problem too right now that I'm seeing as well at the moment is that my Kyrie here has a other one has a DB4 and this one has an AB4 max. I don't have a second chance, but let's see what kind of damage this does. We're just going to go and test this one out. I didn't mean to actually make this longer than it actually is. It's already going kind of long, but this is a quick idea I had. Maybe that might work out potentially. Potentially. So let's see. AoE damage. Yeah, we're probably gonna need that still there. So we'll leave that there where it's at. Although if I find one with EA, that'd be better. At this point in time. Well, kind of. Again, counter management. The all-important counter management. What does this one have? Extra attack. No ground, but extra attack. Sure, we'll give it a whirl. Why not? Let's test it out. Alright. Let's see what happens. So we're adding counters now with the Warrior of Light. And again, and then with Alexius. $13. Alright. So we have enough counters to go through right now. I'm doing 8, so that should be fine. One notable concern though is the HP of the soldiers there is still in the 4,000, so I would need to add a second chance. So I'm betting if you had a second chance Kyrie enabled there, you'd be fine. This would actually work. It's going to depend upon how much HP Saix has at the end here. Which I cannot see. That's a problem. They're all bunched up. Okay, 5,400. 20. That's good, actually. Let's go ahead and activate Nova for the heck of it. I mean, it's not going to do anything really, but we'll try it anyway. Just for giggles. Just for the giggles. Okay, yeah, this setup here, right here, this would work. This would work easily if you had a second chance. If I had a second chance, I would come in there and I would knock that out of the ballpark. That'd be done. Done deal. Set done. So that's an idea that worked. Now again, granted that they'd use the 7-star Laxius and the 7-star Warrior of Light. I'm pretty sure if you have one of them at 7 stars, you'd be good, or if you have access to a shared one. If you had access to a shared one, you want to switch that around where you are copying the 7-star version of either the Warrior Light or Laxius. Use your 6-star version of Warrior Light or Laxius Plus if you have Laxius Plus, and then your other medals can be warped around either AoE or, you know, buffing and debuffing kind of thing. So that would work too. So that was a setup that would work with a second chance on it. My Kyrie's just don't have second chance on it right now, unfortunately. I have Scrooge second chance, so I put AB4 on Kyrie for high score challenge purposes a while ago, and my other Kyrie I put DB4 max, or DB4 on, not that max, DB4 on for PvP purposes. So that's why it's like that. But yeah, those are some setup options, guys. I hope that helped you guys out a little bit, give you guys some more ideas to work around. But yeah, let me know how you guys do in the event and everything. Let me know if this helps you guys, and I will keep on working on the other setup that's not going to use Warrior of Light or Laxius Plus, like at all, because I want to. If I was going to use those, I want to use them as 6 stars. I don't have any 6 stars; they're at 7 stars for me now, so they're not really viable. So I'll keep on working on a setup that does not use Warrior of Light or Laxius at all from my end. As a shared medal, I will definitely use it as a shared medal if they are available to me, and hopefully you guys have access to them too as well as a shared medal. But that's it, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching. Best of luck, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.